What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate and today we are going to talk about how I applied for a Schengen visa free of charge. Before we dive in, let me introduce you to some terms. So home country refers to the home country of your husband or your sponsor. So for me, my husband's home country is the UK. Next term is host country. A host country is the member state of your choice from within the EU or your destination to where you plan to live and work and stay for a period of time. Next term is EU. The EU is the British/EU citizen. Next term is non-EU. A non-EU is a citizen from a country outside of the European Union. Another important term to take note of is family member. A family member is you, the non-EU citizen. What is exercising treaty rights? Exercising your treaty rights is either working, studying, being self-employed, or self-sufficient. So basically, I applied for the Schengen visa as a direct family member of a British/EU citizen. The UK is part of the European Union and British citizens are free to exercise their rights in another member state of Europe. What this means is British citizens are free to move around in Europe, wherever in Europe without visa requirements. And another advantage of this is they are free to be accompanied by a direct family member. So what we did back then was my husband planned to exercise his treaty rights in another EU member state, which was Malta. It is his right to take his wife with him and exercise his right for as long as he wants. And yes, that gave me the advantage to apply for a Schengen visa free of charge. So the requirements for applying for a Schengen visa as a direct family member are the following. First is you, the applicant, have to be a direct family member of the British/EU citizen. So to prove your relationship to your sponsor, i.e. your husband or your wife, you would have to submit a marriage or a birth certificate or a combination of both. The next requirement is for the visa applicant to be traveling with or joining the EU citizen for a visit or permanent move to an EU member state. So the next requirement is an obvious one. All travelers are required to have a passport. So here are the following documents that we submitted. A completed visa application form, my passport, a copy of the bio page of my husband's passport, a certified copy of our marriage certificate, my birth certificate, a return flight booking itinerary, a few pictures of me and my husband, our hotel booking confirmation. Oh, I forgot to mention that I also submitted a travel insurance quote. So the Schengen visa for family members are issued under the Directive 2004/38/EC. So as a direct family member of a British/EU citizen, you are entitled to a visa. Let me read my cheat sheets here. Where a visa is required, member states shall grant such persons every facility to obtain the necessary visas. Such visas shall be issued free of charge as soon as possible and on the basis of an accelerated procedure. So under this directive, there is no requirement whatsoever for the family member to submit any of the following: bank statements, payslips, letters from your present or future employers or school, letters of reference, proof that you will return at the end of your trip, airline tickets, confirmed hotel bookings, or references or guarantees from people in the destination country. I know that I mentioned earlier that we submitted our return flight booking itinerary and a confirmed hotel booking. This is because embassies can be quite dodgy. It's like, despite the fact that it's stipulated in the rules and regulations that something is not required for the applicant to submit, they would still look for it. So just to back our application up, we decided to include the flight itinerary and the hotel booking itinerary in our application just so it guarantees my application a bit more, if that makes sense. At the end of the day, I got my visa. It was processed and returned back to me within 15 working days, and I was quite happy. Oh, by the way guys, the visa is valid for 90 days. However, you do not have to go back home after the 90 days is up. So once you're in your member state, you need to act, or you need to move really quick, as in you need to find a place to stay temporarily, you need to find an apartment to rent, and a job. These are very vital to your journey because these will enable you to stay there for longer than 90 days. Just so you know, my husband and I lived in Malta for 18 months. That's a year and 6 months. And my Schengen visa was initially only valid for 90 days. I was able to stay there for longer because my husband was exercising his treaty rights, like I said, and him exercising his rights enabled me to stay there longer. Once you're there and all settled, i.e. you have your own apartment, you both have a job, or your EU spouse has a job, you then can apply for a residence card. The residence card is the thing that will enable you to stay there for longer than 90 days. The residence card is valid for 5 years, and it's up to you if you want to stay there for the whole 5 years and apply for a citizenship or a permanent residence after that. But for us, we decided to move back to the UK from Malta. But enough of that. That whole fiasco is for another video, and yeah.
Still filming.
Say hi.
Yo.
This is my husband. He's the reason why I'm here. So thank you, baby.
Welcome.
So there you have it, guys. That's how I applied for my Schengen visa back in 2016, and I hope that you have found some useful information from this video, and I hope that this has been educational to you. If you have any questions whatsoever, please don't forget to leave them in my comment section down below, and I would be happy to answer them for you. I am quite happy to share some information with you, and best of luck on your application. Also, I will be putting some useful links in my description box below for you, and I will probably upload all of my letter templates to a Dropbox folder and link it down below as well. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed watching this video, and I will see you again on my next one. Bye!